What's up, everyone? So I just went out to eat. I went to the Golden Grill, which I'm about to walk past it in about 5-10 minutes. I needed a hot meal and I needed something filling, eggs and meat and potatoes, something that's gonna hold me over all day, not bread and milk. I do that for a reason. I do it to cleanse myself, and then I'll go a couple days, like that, and then I'll eat a heavy meal. I try to keep it that way. The only time I really eat a heavy meal every day is if I'm really working really hard. On this weekend calls for it. I gotta move all this furniture. I'm using all this brain power, processing information constantly, 24/7. It takes a lot of energy. It takes a lot. Trying to get across the street. So, as of right now, I'm heading back to the crib. I called a few people. I have this lady hopefully lined up to go check out this loft. It's only $150 for the month. It's perfect size. It's like a one bedroom. It's in a skyscraper type thing. It's in a fucking strip mall. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those type thing deals. And it's super cheap. Obviously, it's going to need some work probably. You know what I mean? It probably needs work to make it look nice. But if I can sleep there and crash here, that's all that matters. And I have an internet connection. They have an internet connection in the bathroom. That's all that matters. She says that's all provided. So, it's good. That's awesome. We might be set. I don't even have to pay for internet. But who knows how good the internet is? So we might run into that situation, where I might have to get a hotspot or some type of networking device. My phone ain't gonna do it. It's not gonna be able to handle it. Not doing what I'm about to be doing. So we gotta do that right now. I just went to the dollar store. I spent $17 going out to eat. I gave the lady a nice tip. I should have saved more money, but the guy blessed me. You know what I'm saying? My neighbor blessed me with $20. God told me to go enjoy it, you know what I mean? I don't go out to eat very often, not like that. Unless it's cheap, you know what I mean? Somewhere cheap, which I'm gonna be showing everyone how to eat cheap and where to go and how to find these places and shop cheap, which I just went into the dollar store. I had $20, right? I ate breakfast, a big ass skillet, which I posted on Facebook. The place is down there, right there actually. It's only open on the weekends. They're only open on the weekends. So, I walked past another place too. There's these lofts over here as well. Every time I call the number though, it just rings and rings, and there's a lot of them there. There's got to be some available. I'm assuming there got to be no more than $500 a month, because they're small. It's just a little room. It's just an office. That's all it is. It's just an office. I could stay in there and sleep and run a business out of it. They don't need to know I'm sleeping in there. They don't care. They don't watch that shit. This is what people don't understand. This is how I've moved around. I live in my business. I run a business. I run businesses, That's how you have to sell yourself. That's how you get the good deals. You get the good rents. You know what I mean? I talked to an Arabic guy. He had a building. He's trying to sell, and it's empty right now. So he could be getting money. You know what I'm saying, from somebody staying there till he sells it. So he's looking for temporary people. But he's thinking that I told him I need a small office. He was trying to get me to rent some big ass building from him. So I'm like, no, dude, that's not. And he's like, I can only go up. He's like, the less I can do is $1,500. I'm like, dude, Well, what it was is I told him I ran a YouTube channel, so he's thinking I'm loaded, you know what I'm saying? I'm not even loaded like that. I don't have money like that. Yeah, like what the fuck? I have money put up, but it's for the boat, for equipment, you know, all those different things. That shit, listen, that money go fast. They're gonna go real fast. And I almost killed myself to get that money working at Ferris, so it makes me not want to touch it either. I don't even want to look at that money. And then it irritated me too, because I quit that job to get a different job so I could spend more time with my family. The family that fucking ended up not being a family to me. Fucking stupid. I could have fucking left and been already gone, you know, but I don't dwell on that, really. I'm happy it happened, you know. I was able to set things up, you know. I was able to meet people, and you know, I wouldn't have met Margo if it wasn't for that situation. So that's how God used that situation. Romans 8:28. He used that bad situation because Margo was in a bad situation. I was in a bad situation. We both are in love with our Creator. Therefore, God brought us together. He worked out it was His will, you understand what I'm saying? For us to meet. I didn't know I was going to meet her, but I knew what I was doing. I knew deep within me, you know, my solar plexus, my heart, my gut was aching, was sending that signal out. And God brought someone divinity to me. She's a full divinity person. She is divine. Margo's divine, for sure. There's nothing absolutely about that woman is 100% divine. That's the word for it. That's the word that describes her. If I had to pick a word out of any word, it would be divine, which we're going to translate it tonight. So I already know what it is, but I want to show everyone. So I have to use the bathroom too, my stomach. I ate that fucking corned beef, hash, eggs, cheese, and fucking a glass of milk, and it's time to use the bathroom. I have such a high metabolism. This how it works. Every time I eat, I have to use the bathroom not that long after. You have to, listen, man, if you're not using the bathroom every day, passing every day, there's something wrong. You might want to go get checked out. It might be the medications you're taking, your diet. It might not be enough fluid. It might not be enough exercise. It's usually all of it, all of the above. You better get checked out, because by the time you're my age, 30, 40, you will have problems. My dad, you know, the one that left, you know, he had colon cancer. He had a tumor in his colon, and my stepmother, his wife, his second wife, instead of being in the hospital, you know, like being there for the surgery and stuff, forgetting about money. They were so worried about money and being money hungry. They had so much bills, trying to keep up with the Jonases and have all these things without worshiping the Lord, you know, and they just try to be them, you know, and she was cheating on him. And all the kids told them as well. We all knew it. We all seen it. We all told on him. And he was in denial. And he's been like this my whole life. And I felt so bad for this man. At the same time, I cared about him. You know, I watched this man get used over and over and over again. I kind of hurt myself, you know, trying to be a son to a man that wasn't even my father, in a sense. You get what I'm saying? I called him father. He is my dad. He's raised me. I wouldn't have such a hard work ethic if it wasn't for this man. But other than making money and working and the boat, other than that, there's nothing else that's come from this man. But problems with this family. And my mom's too. My mom's worse than his family. And then I got my family, which is the Polish side, right? Which my real dad came over here, didn't even get his full citizenship, got kicked out and got one back to Poland. That Polish side of the family, they act like they care. They would even go out of their way to make a show of it. But when it comes down to the nitty and gritty, when I actually really, really need something, or I'm doing this, where do you think they are? Nowhere to be found. They split. Soon as I fell in love with Jesus, soon as I said that I love Jesus, right, and I started preaching Jesus and talking about his love and what Jesus has done for me, everyone, all three families, all three of them have just completely cut me off. And what's funny is they immediately, not only did they cut me off, right, they all went on their Facebooks and like, it don't matter what God you believe in, as long as you believe in something. You're lost, dude. You're lost, you're hurt. I pointed it out. I tell you Jesus is the way, it will help you with that healing. But I'm the fucking stupid one. We'll see how stupid when God comes here and cooks all of them. Because they won't accept Jesus. The Bible clearly says he's going to divide his people. We read it last night. The Bible clearly says that he's going to divide his people. He's going to make a road that leads to Zion, and that only his people will be able to walk on this road. And I'm not talking just metaphorically, I'm talking physically. Through the Middle East. There's videos all about it. People are talking about it. It's insane. And the Bible even speaks to saying that this building, the foundation of it, is going to be just as big as this world or something like that, like the continent. We're going to do the math. There's so many things that I'm studying that have been lost. Theoretical stuff, you know, formulas, all that stuff. Stuff I've actually discovered. That I can't find anything on the internet or anyone that knows this stuff. And I've discovered it. So therefore it's mine, right? So I gotta get this money together and get the stuff rolling out, you know. I gotta start testing stuff, you know, and figuring things out. See what I can do with whatever it is that God is having me do, because this shit's crazy. You know, I might be in the fucking, listen man, I might be in the fucking the Oscars, bro. I might win me one of those Nobel Prizes, you hear me? What's funny is my dream, my main dream, my whole dream out of my whole life was to win a Nobel Prize. And it's funny that I've discovered something that no one else has discovered. So, and I've been inventing something too that will be able to prove something to everyone that God does exist. So, people are gonna go fucking crazy when I figure this all out, get this all together and display it for everyone and show everyone. That might be for years to come though. Depends. I gotta have funding. I gotta have support. I don't have none of this type of equipment and stuff like that. I don't have millions of dollars to throw at my disposal as of yet. So, you know, my plan, I got 5 years to build that, and then I'm gonna be sinking a lot of the money into this. So I have to use the bathroom, like now. I gotta go.